Here we will solve one more problem. Okay, the problem statement is figure is given here, that is it is a circle. Figure shows that a circle with the radius 50 mm, it has a radius of 50 mm. The center of the circle is at 10 10. Okay, so this is the origin. It is there in x direction by 10 units and in y direction by 10 units. The circle is to be converted into ellipse. This circle I need to convert it into ellipse. Okay, this is the interesting problem wherein which operation we have to perform, we have to decide it. He has not given which operation has to be performed. Okay. So here the circle has to be converted into ellipse. So what is happening here, the size and shape of the object is being changed. Okay, so when a size and shape of the object is being changed, which operation we have to do is scaling. Okay, so we have to perform the scaling operation, then we can change the size and shape of the object. So he has not given directly to perform the scaling operation, but he has given the change in shape of the object. Originally it was a circle and then it was needed to convert this circle into ellipse. Okay, so it is to be done with scaling operation. Okay, so then whose major axis is 90 mm, the major axis of the ellipse is 90 mm and the minor axis of the ellipse is 60 mm. Okay, so how this has to be performed? Okay, so first this point is an arbitrary point, that is 10, 10. It is an arbitrary point. Okay, so we have to bring this arbitrary point to origin. Okay, and then perform the operation and then send it back to its original position. So doing that, first operation is translation. First operation is translation. Okay, so this 10 10, it is an arbitrary point. I am bringing it back to its origin. Therefore I have to transform it by minus 10 units in x direction and minus 10 units in y direction. Okay, so the first operation is translation, or you can say T1 or T translation, you can say translation. Okay, so it is 1 0 0 1 minus 10 0 0 1. Okay, so I have brought this point to origin. Okay, so before doing anything, if it is about arbitrary axis, I have to send it back to I have to translate it to its origin and then perform the operation and then again send it back to its original position. That is the procedure. Okay, so here I have brought it to its origin. Now you can perform the operation, second operation. Okay, so here indirectly scaling is what is to be performed. Okay, so the radius of the object is 50, therefore the diameter will be 100. Here also same way, in x-axis as well as y-axis it will be 100. It will be 100. Okay, so if you observe here, this in x-axis it is 100, here in x-axis it is 90. Okay, so how to do the scaling, how to choose the scaling factor in x and y direction, that is the challenge here. Okay, so if the scaling factor is greater than 1, if the scaling factor is greater than 1, then the object gets enlarged. In this case, okay, if you see, okay, so the object is not enlarged but the object is compressed. Okay, so you can see the diameter is 100 and here the major axis diameter is 90. Therefore it is not to be enlarged, whereas it needs to be compressed. Therefore the scaling factor should be less than 1. The scaling factor should be less than 1. Okay, so how I am choosing the scaling factor, just see here. Okay, so it is this diameter of the ellipse or major diameter of the ellipse divided by the original diameter. Okay, so it is 90 divided by 100. Okay, so it is 0.9. Okay, same you have to do it for in y direction, that is sy. Okay, so here it is, originally it is 100 but it has to be reduced to 60. It has to be reduced to 60. Okay, so therefore it cannot, the scaling factor cannot be greater than 1. Okay, therefore I will write it as 60 divided by minor diameter of the ellipse divided by the original coordinate or the original diameter of the circle is 100. Okay, so it is 0.6. So scaling factor in x and y direction I have calculated. Okay, so now you can write the second. You can write the second matrix, that is scaling. That is scaling. Okay, so according to that scaling factors, okay, the formula is Sx 0 0 Sy 0 0 1 0 0. Okay, so first I will write Sx 0.9 0 0. Here Sy it is 0.6. Okay, and then 0 0 1 0 0 1. This is scaling. Sx 0 0 Sy 0 0 1 0 0 1, like this. Okay, so this is scaled now. This is scaled now. Okay, so after scaling you cannot leave it as it is. You have to send the object to its original position. The object is here now at the origin. Okay, so again you have to send it back to its original position. Okay, so that is again I need to translate it by 10 units in x direction and 10 units in y direction. So doing that translation 1 0 0 1 10 10 0 0 1. Okay, so this is translation. This is translation. Okay, so the object is sent back. The object is sent back to its original position. Okay, so now you can do this. Okay, so you can find the resultant transformation matrix. TR is equal to T3 multiplied by T2 multiplied by T1. Okay, so these three matrices you have to multiply. Okay, so therefore you will get it as 1 0 10 0 1 10 0 0 1. First matrix, that is T3. Okay, second matrix 0.9 0 0 0.6 0 0 1 0 0. Okay, then T1 is 1 0 minus 10 0 1 minus 10 0 0 1. Okay, so the resultant transformation matrix I will get it by multiplying these three matrices. Okay, so the resultant transformation matrix will be 0.9 0 1 0 0.6 4 0 0 1. Okay, so this is the resultant transformation matrix. This is the resultant transformation matrix. Okay, here I don't have any coordinate points to multiply this with the resultant transformation matrix, so keep it as it is. Okay, so this is the answer for your problem.